So this week was Paintball Extravaganza. Paintball Extravaganza happens every year. It's a trade show where all the paintball companies show off their wares. And this week we saw Planet Eclipse release the LV1.6. The 1.6 is Planet Eclipse's fourth LV1. That name might sound a little confusing, but I don't know, we'll explain. So in 2013, Planet Eclipse released the LV1, and then quickly, really about a year later, released the LV1.1, which was really just a small upgrade to the LBR. Then in 2016, the LV1.5 was released, which was really just small cosmetic changes. Then they discontinued it in 2018. Now in 2020, we have the LV1.6, which is again just kind of cosmetic changes. So it's still gonna have the same grips, still uses that air transfer pipe, still has the same regulator, still uses the same bolt, feed neck. They have added the shaft FL barrel though, which is nice. I mean, it's the same barrel that's coming on like other high-end Eclipse guns like CS2. And they've also added a new solenoid. The problem with the LV1.5s and the LV1 is they just couldn't get solenoids for them anymore. So now they have a new solenoid and they're making the LV1.6. I should probably also say price. So these are $1295.95, are gonna be available in April and are gonna come in those 6 colors we've seen. So if you're familiar at all with that LV1, the 1.6 is really not gonna be all that different. It has that same lever valve, so it's gonna shoot very smooth. They're really easy on paint, super air efficient. They're just great. And since it's the LV1, really, they were kind of known for being really tweakable, right? You could adjust the LPR, the inline regulator, the dwell, and you could adjust some different solenoid settings, and you still can do that. So even though they've updated and like changed the solenoid technically, it still is super adjustable like the previous LV1, LV1.1, and LV1.5s. So if you guys are following along on this channel or like paintball community in the last like year or so, we've been talking about the LV2 a lot, a gun that was like hopefully gonna replace the LV1 and hopefully replace the LV1.6. I wanted them to kind of like take the top half of the LV1 and kind of put the bottom half of a CS2 on it. They've not done that, but I don't know why we're surprised. I mean, Planet Eclipse constantly was telling us that they're not gonna make an LV2 and it's not gonna happen, and we're just not doing it, so I don't know why we're shocked. Yeah, I just kind of wished it was an LV2, but I like the LV1.6 still. I really liked the LV1. The 1.5 was awesome. I had one for maybe a year or so. So I like that they're reintroducing the pop valve guns, and I'm fine that it's really just the 1.6 and it's not an LV2, because there's really not a lot of competition. If you want a stacked tube pop-it gun like this LV1.6, you don't really have a lot of options. It's kind of this or nothing. So it really doesn't have to be like some crazy fancy new gun. If they just release this thing again and make it good, I'm happy with it. LV1.6, those are kind of just my thoughts on the thing. I wanted the LV2, wanted something cool, flashy, and exciting, but I liked the LV1. I think the thing shoots well, so I'm overall happy with the LV1.6. Yep, thanks guys.